According to CoreLogic, there was about 2,500 properties taken to auction across Australia's capital cities over the weekend. Clearance rate of around 75%. Sydney and Melbourne both had about 1,000 auctions each, which is the busiest weekend for auctions since April. So for Melbourne, there was 1,100 auctions. Clearance rate in Melbourne, 74%. Sydney, about 1,006 auctions. Clearance rate of 77%. CoreLogic say typically auctions start winding down at this time of the year, but they believe auction activity is actually going to remain elevated as we lead into Christmas. So CoreLogic are expecting about 2,300 auctions this Saturday as well. So it's shaping up to be a pretty bumper finish to the year for the property market.
Yep. OK, right about the federal government this week will release its mid-year fiscal and economic outlook. Revenue expected to be higher than forecast due to that surging iron ore price. We saw that jack up quite significantly in recent weeks, haven't we?
We sure have. It's around $150 a tonne at the moment. The federal budget was only 10 weeks ago in October, so there's been a very short gap between the budget and this update. But in the budget, they have iron ore falling to $55 a tonne by June next year. That's expected to be upgraded now. So that's better for our budget bottom line. We're still expecting a deficit of around $214 billion was what was forecast. So the deficit for this year could be a little bit lower. CPA economists think it's going to be down by $9 billion less, and that's due to the iron ore price, which is worth about $2 billion to our budget bottom line. But also, more people have started working again. They're going to be paying taxes again and raising more revenue for the government. And that also means that the government doesn't have to be spending as much on the JobKeeper and JobSeeker programs.
OK. And on Thursday, Ed, the November unemployment numbers are going to be released. What is the prediction?
Yep, so unemployment for November. CBA economists think the unemployment rate's going to go down slightly from 7% to 6.7%, with about 50,000 jobs created during the month. However, Westpac, they think the unemployment rate's going to stay flat at 7%, but they believe 75,000 jobs will be created. The key thing to watch, though, will be the state of Victoria. More jobs are now getting created in Victoria. That should come through in the figures, but a lot of the jobs are probably going to be part-time jobs, Pete. OK, and just finally, the local stock market today. What's the expectation, Ed? Stock market's expected to open flat. A lot of business activity is starting to wind down as we head towards the festive season, but the iron ore price is the one to watch, so resources companies are the ones to watch again this week. And the Aussie dollar, which is rising with the iron ore price, and Westpac believe it's going to hit 80 US cents by the end of next year.